Broadcasting from Miami, Florida.
Check this out.
Let's go. Welcome to 25-8 The Culture. Yeah. On who's hot and who's not. Everything hip-hop. Turn it on, turn it up, get it loud. Here we go. You're now vibing with 25-8 The Culture.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Pablo McAbee from 25-8 The Culture with your host, D-Wise from the Big Fellas. What it do?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy D-Wise. I'm happy to be here, you know what I mean? Time is money, money's time. That's why that's always on glistening, you feel what I'm saying? We got a great artist here. I can't wait to interview him, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to it.
Also in the building, the legendary Big Money Boy Lance. What it do?
Good, fellas. Happy to be here. Appreciate our guests for showing up. But as always, drink in one hand, smoke in the other. Let's go.
And our special guest in the building, the pleasure to introduce Bo Finest. What it do? What it do?
What's going on, people? I'm glad to be here.
All right, man. It's a pleasure, man. I'm happy that you're on the show. We're just gonna get into the interview. So this is called Bars and Interviews. So basically, how did you start off in the rap game?
About 3-4 years ago, one of my homeboys, man, he just told me, man, hey, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He been rapping for years, you know, and he's super good too, you know? So I ain't think, you know, that was for me, you know what I'm saying? But he kept pushing me. So I'm like, man, what the hell, you know? Let me just go ahead and try it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got a hot song that's about to drop, thanks for giving me a cameo in the video. Break down that song really quick. The title, the name, and how you came together, because it's like a Spanish trap. It's hip hop. It also has a Spanish, kick to it as well.
Yeah. This song, the name of it is Dancing This Year, right? So basically, I wrote this song last year in the pandemic, when everybody was going through so much, you know what I'm saying? So it's like last year, everybody was crying. Some people, everything was just crazy, you know? So I'm like, well, this year here, we got to dance, you know what I'm saying? No matter what happened last year, but this year we're going to dance. So that's how basically that song came about. But as far as the Spanish version of it, every last song that I write right now, well, since from the beginning, has a little Spanish in it and a little bit of Creole. So that's just the vibe I've been getting, you know? So I said that's how I'm gonna write all my songs.
All right. Yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. I was playing it in the house for my daughter. My daughter was like, "Papi, is that you?" I'm like, "Nah, it ain't me." But, she really enjoyed it. So I feel like it's a song for everybody. It's not just for adults. I feel like it's for children too. And everybody could dance to it and have a good time. And, especially being here in Miami, it's very multicultural because you're based out of Miami. And, I feel like it's, it's a very diverse song. So I feel like you're definitely going to go places with this song.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Hopefully it does take me places, you know?
Yeah. Also, too, I want to know what your influences are, since you're, a Spanish rapper, hip hop, trap, like you have a big cultural mix there. So what were your Spanish influences in the rap game?
One of my favorites is Bad Bunny. Yo. Bad Bunny, he's kind of like, more that trap, trap reggaeton, and he's kind of crazy, so him. I also like that boy Ozuna too. And one of my favorites right now that I've been listening to a lot, he's kind of doing the same thing that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has some of his information. His name is Jiggy, Late Night Jiggy. So it looked like he's kind of doing the same thing I'm doing, but he's more on the singing side of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like his music is English and Spanish as well. But he got some good music,
like since we're in Miami, some of us, we speak this term called Spanglish. It's a little bit of English and it's a little bit of Spanglish. Right. Being an artist from Miami, and with the Spanish culture, you know, I just want to know, what is your favorite Spanish dish being here in Miami?
My favorite, okay. My favorite, I would say chicharrón de pollo. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Chicharrón de pollo.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Chicharrón de pollo, a plátano de yuca and stuff. Oh man.
All that.
Yeah, with the moros and the congri. Yeah, that's crack right there.
For the record, I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, man. You know, for my non-Latino or Latina community or Spanish community, that's basically some fire rice and beans, you know, mixed together with some Caribbean flavor and stuff. You feel me? It's some gas. You feel me?
Yeah. Ain't no meat in that dish.
Chicken.
Yeah. So
oh, okay. Hey, man. I don't know nothing about nothing, man. As long as there's some chicken in there, I'm cool. Sound good to me.
Yeah, man. So it's basically fried chicken, like with some onions, and it's just like, yo, man. Right. Yeah, it's real good, man. You feel me? All right, D-Wise, take it away.
Since we're on the food topic, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna start off with that and ask other questions. But he talked about your favorite Spanish dish. What's your favorite, you know, Creole dish? You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk about that.
Creole. It used to be grill, but you know, I'm trying to stay away from the pork because grill is pork. Yeah. So it's something just like grill, cooked the same. It's fried turkey.
Gotcha.
They call that tasso.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's what everybody on right now, you know, that fried tasso, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, nah, pork is good, but not good for you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the move, man. And then to that, you talked about the pandemic earlier and what it was doing and stuff like that, and how like this one has to have, you know, you wanted to shake those little negative vibes off and say, yo, everyone get out and dance. But tell me something that you learned from the pandemic that's going to help you push forward now.
What I learned from the pandemic. What I've learned is that coming together with different people, different culture, we could get far. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that happened last year, even with, you know, Black, whites, and Spanish. It showed me a lot that a lot of us did come together. Believe it or not, a lot of us did come together, and we can kind of see, well, me, I got to talk for me. I see things kind of different right now, you know? So I'm more, let me see how I'm going to put it. I'm more in unity with everybody, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Black, white, Spanish, you know what I'm saying? So as you see me, you're going to see a whole bunch of white people around me, Spanish, you know what I'm saying? But all these young people now, you know? So it's like, you know, as far as that racism, it's a lot of racism out here, man. But I believe I'm going to be the bridge to get a lot of people back together, you know what I'm saying? Because I always been like that, even in the hood before, you know, I kind of like, you know, pushed away from the streets. I kind of always bridge people together, you know, like one side against another side and bring them together, you know, and we became one, you know. So it's always been like that in my life, you know what I'm saying? So I believe with this whole music too, I'm going to bring a lot of people together, you know.
And another thing is like, Bo's Finest, where did that come from? How'd you come up with that name?
Man, Bo Finest. Man, I think I changed that name about 2 or 3 times, man. My name is Bo. That's the beginning of my last name. So, but a lot of people didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? From the streets, they call me Bo. It's a long story, you know what I'm saying? It had to do with some guns, you know what I'm saying? So people thought they were calling me, well, you know, Bo, but that was part of my last name, but they didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But the Finest, at first it was Lil Haiti's Finest, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I was raised in North Miami and Lil Haiti. And then there was so many different people named Lil Haiti's Finest. So I'm like, man, I ain't gonna be fighting with people about names, you know? So I just switched it and just say Bo Finest. And I just kept it there, you know?
Yeah. I remember, you know, like growing up, people used to always put whatever neighborhood there was and Finest. It was like a very common thing. So if you were from Little Haiti's Finest, Opelaka's Finest, Kendall's Finest, Miami Beach's Finest. So that was very common. So I can see how there was competition for that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I felt like it worked out for you because Bo's finest, and it's very short. Like, yeah, what's your name, Bo? You know, then if you know you want to elaborate, then you hit him with the finest. You feel me?
Finest, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, keep it real simple.
And then a question I always asked is to see where the mind is, to feel the temperature in the room as far as your character and everything. Just fill in the blank is a fill in the blank question. If it wasn't for hip hop, I would be doing blank. Answer the question. Fill in the blank for yourself.
If it weren't for hip hop, well, right now I do the construction. So, you know, I'm kind of, you know, I dip and dab on a lot of stuff. Right now, I'm really trying to slow myself down and trying to stay focused on two things, really. Definitely the music, because I kind of, honestly, I'm just coming out. This is like my first really time coming out as far as music. Nobody don't really know me like that as far as music. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing everything else. But I believe this is more like for purpose for me, you know? So my other thing, what I'm doing right now is construction. So we get to do a lot of stuff as far as construction, like building houses and stuff like that, you know? So definitely if it wasn't for music, I'd just be doing straight, you know, like real estate, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Go ahead, Lance.
All right. Now, earlier you said like some influencer like Bad Bunny. Like, who would be your favorite? I guess you would say American rapper. That, you know what I mean?
American rapper right now. I like the Baby. It's a whole lot, man. There's a lot of talent out here, man. It's really. I love the Baby. I like Kodak. Who else? Definitely. What's my boy? Damn, not Stunner. The boy that's with them. What's his name, man? He's like one of my favorites. I gotta get his name. It's like it's right here. I can't remember.
Give me a better hit than that. You gotta give me a better hit than that. Down people.
Yeah. I used to smoke a lot, so my memory kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the thing back together, you know. So
but growing up, like, who was like your influence growing up that inspired you?
Really, like I say, 50, Cash Money, them, and definitely that boy Master P. Them boys there, I could relate to them boys, man. Cause them boys kind of really, you know, they really grew up in the streets. They really live that life. You know what I'm saying? Cause that was really my life, you know, growing up, you know, in the dope game. So that right there, really, you know, them boys, them three right there. Well, really, them two, 50 and Master P.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I you know, I love Wayne, them too. You know, the whole Cash Money thing.
I like how you fuck with the moguls. Now, you're from Miami. Now, what influence has Miami had on your music?
What influence that Miami had on my music? Well, you know, since we here, it's, you know, it's diverse, and especially right now, it's more Latin. But honestly, I think I started liking the reggaeton from the Zouk, because the Haitian, they got something called Zouk. It's a compa, but the Zouk is more English with the same type of beats. You know what I'm saying? So I was more into just regular hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, gangster rap. And then I kind of met this one Spanish girl, and she liked the Haitian music. So, and she started teaching me, you know, how to dance and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, that's a whole different vibe. And so I started liking that type of music, that Zouk, because the Zouk is a reggaeton, really much, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some part of Zouk might have a little Creole in it, but it's English. I mean, it's mostly English and with a little Creole. So the reggaeton is the same thing, you know? So that kind of, you know, so it's like the same type of music. So I think that's what really, you know, got me, you know, going that route. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now we've heard that a couple of times. You like to put Creole and Spanish into your records. Why is that so important to you?
Right now, I guess it's my whole, you know, what I see every day. It's mostly Spanish, you know, a lot of those, you know, that I grew up with. So it's like it's around me every day. You know what I'm saying? So it started to be more, you know, part of me. You know, so I guess that's why, you know, that's the route I'm taking.
Copy.
You know what? You know, I think like people that grew up in Miami, it's like we have like a hip hop influence, we have that reggaeton influence, and then also too, if you you know, also in the Broward area as well, then you have the soca influence from the Trinidadians and the Jamaican influence for, you know, the Jamaicans that live like in Fort Lauderdale and stuff like that. So it's like it really is a melting pot, and it's like, yo, like somebody like myself. Growing up, it's like, yo, I might listen to some bachata, then I might listen to some merengue, I might listen to some salsa, then I might go listen to Kodak Black, and then I'll go ahead and listen to some reggae, some Buji Bantan, and whatever. And that's just how the mix here is in Miami. And even when you go, you know, as a DJ, you know, we call it open formats because we go ahead and actually play all that type of music, and the crowd basically vibes to all that music because it's like a Miami thing. You know, I always say like Miami is like our own country over here, you know, like kind of like a Puerto Rico or like a Hawaii, like, you know, we kind of separated from the United States, like in a way. And I could see like in your music how you really represent Miami as in a whole, you know, not just like say the hip hop part like a Kodak Black, or not just a Spanish part of Miami like a Pitbull. It's like and not just you know, the Haitian Creole part only. It's a good mix, and that's what I think that makes you to strive as like an international artist, because you appeal to a more broader audience, and I feel like that's a blessing, like, you know.
Yeah, thank you, man.
So Bo, I want to say this couple more questions. When it's music, what is your end game? And by that I mean, like, when it's all said and done, do you want this to be like, you just want to be the best artist ever? Do you want to use this to help other people in the community? Do you want to build something? Do you want to go the Will Smith route and act? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you want to open doors? Do you want to open your own studio? What do you see as the end game for your music?
Yeah. The end game that I do see is pretty much have a lot of different artists under me and me helping them, and hopefully, you know, they'll, you know, push it just like how I'm pushing it. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be very careful even before I start even grabbing my first artist. They got to kind of like not really think like me, but understand where I'm trying to go at. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, one of my, I guess before the interview, one of my main things why I'm doing music is to go and help people. Especially when I mean help people, mostly the people in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much trying to get them out of the streets, you know what I'm saying? I think that's where my heart's at right now, you know what I'm saying? It just, cause you know, I've been going from the streets for like maybe 6-7 years, man. And, you know, I know a lot of boys, man, you know, I'm still down with them boys, man. And it's always respect when I see them, you know, but, and a lot of them respect me. So I want to kind of bring a lot of people out of the streets, you know what I'm saying? Because there ain't nothing left in the streets, but, you know, you already know, jail or death, you know? So a lot of my homeboys, man, they doing 30 years, 20 years, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, you know? I escaped life a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? So that ain't the place for me, you know? So that's one of my biggest things, man, for doing music, because I know music come with a whole lot of stuff. I would rather don't even do music if it weren't for that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be less headache for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I could go make money somewhere else. So, yeah, that's one of my biggest things is trying to help people, man. That's the whole end game, you know, just bring other artists that kind of think like me, that want to help people, and you know what I'm saying? And bring people together, unity, pretty much.
And then this kind of connects to the next question. So when it's all said and done and you're no longer here on this earth, what would you want your legacy to be?
My legacy to be, you know, the dude that tried to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's that dude that really trying to put everybody together, come together. You know what I'm saying? That's how I want, you know, my legacy, you know, to be, you know. the guy that that's trying to help trying to bring everybody together,
All right, man. So we're gonna wrap up the interview right now. So before we sign out, who do you want to shout out? Where can people find you at?
You guys, they can find me at Bo Finest on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok as well. I got some couple of dance moves I'm trying to learn right now. Got a couple of people teaching me. Hopefully, that goes somewhere, So, shout out to Miami and all the big Spanish influence, that it has on me, and my family. And I forgot to tell you, I got some family that's from that's Hispanic as well, man. It's kind of weird and crazy, but I got some cousins. They were born in Venezuela, and one of them just got here about 8 months ago. He don't speak no English, no Creole, only Spanish. So that boy is scarred right now, So yeah, man, it's kind of crazy though,
Just to add a little salt and pepper on the conversation before we move on to the next thing, it's like people forget that Haiti and Dominican Republic is one island. You have a line that divides everything. That's why you'll have some Dominican people looking, Haitian, and Haitian people looking Dominican and speak the opposite language, or at least can understand a little something than they put out there. But to let you know, it's one big island and there's a line to divide what's what. But there's no way you can be sharing an island and not mingle and mix and take things from each other, whether you want to admit it or not. You know what I'm saying? So, for real.
Yeah. So hopefully in the future, everybody come together. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal. Everybody come together,
So right now we're gonna go into your track. What's the name of the song?
It's Dancing This Year. Dancing This Year. It's 2 tracks now. It's the same exact lyrics, which is the same words, but I got a hip hop track and I got a Latin version. So I'm putting both of them out at the same time just to see the vibe. So y'all gotta make sure y'all let me know, comment, let me know which one you like the best. You know what I'm saying? So that's very cool.
So by the time you see this interview, the song will be on all platforms. Go right now, go check it out. Dancing This Year with Bo's Finest. We out.
Yeah.
And Lance Draper. Lance Draper. I like my Henny. I'm out.
You already know, boy, D Wise. Hey, I know you like the interview. You appreciate. Don't forget to hit that like button right there, a little thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment and absolutely subscribe. You know what I mean? We do it for y'all. We listen to y'all. All right, one.
Your boy DJ Pablo Maccabee, 25-8 to Culture. We out. Salute that boy, Bo's Finest.
Oh my God, I love Daddy Yankee.
Yes, girl, but have you heard of Bo Finest?
Yes, his music's fire. I just taught him Spanish.
Yeah, he just learned. But I taught him Spanish.
No, I did.
No, I taught him Spanish.
Bo Finest, come here. Who's the one who taught you Spanish?
¿Qué? ¿Quién te enseñó español?
Vamos, white boys, so Latino, we dancing this shit. Ace Thomas bailando como nunca. We're never scared of Corona. My girl wants sushi, but I'm out of
música! I like the other version better. DJ, hit that track!
Vamos, white boys, so Latino, we dancing this shit. Ace Thomas bailando como nunca. We're never scared of Corona. My